Hi, I'm Ellie Barnes and welcome to the Craft Room. I've got another card today in our series of masculine cards. This is the fourth card I'm doing live for you for men. This is particularly because Father's Day is just around the corner. In fact, just a week away. So if you haven't got your Father's Day card ready, here's an idea that you might be able to do today. Now, before we go on, I'm just going to make sure we're going live in the right place. And yes, we are. Yes, we are. Now, hopefully you can all find me and give me a thumbs up when you do, so that you know that I know that you're there and you're watching, and we can get started with this card. Today's card, as I said, is the fourth card in our series of masculine cards this month. It's going to be a trucking card today. We're going to use the Trucking Along stamp set and punch that's from the online exclusives. I have shown you this set before, but we'll do particularly a Father's Day card today in preparation for next Sunday. So hopefully you'll enjoy this card and we can get started. So I'll just turn you down to the craft table and we'll have a look. Now, remember, this does get rather dizzy. We'll see how we go. I think we've got it there. So there we are. Oh, I've got to flip you ready for this. Oh no, this is the worst bit. There. Oh, we're a bit low. How's that? We don't need these little bits at the back in, at the top in. That's better. So, now we've got the stamp set here, Trucking Along. And it comes with this lovely truck. It's two-step stamping, so you stamp and colour. And it comes with a tree or two, one tree and how to colour it in. Different things to put in the back of the truck. You can put some sunflowers, a bucket of pot plant, or 3 buckets of pot plants, some presents, the surfing little set or the beach set with the surfboard, the balloon, and I think that must be an inflatable palm tree. Or you can put your Christmas tree in the back. So we might readdress this set again coming up to Christmas. Now we're going today to do a Father's Day card, as I said. So we'll look at putting some presents in, or we're actually going to look at presents and the beach set, and I'll explain that further as we get along. And we've got the punch. Now the truck punches out the truck, and I did say at some stage I'd show you some 3D trucks. Well, I have done some. These are my 3D trucks. This one's just a truck. We'll bring it up closer. It's a truck with an open top. I'll bring it so you can see. So you can put something in there, some lollies or something just for whoever it's for Dad next Sunday. Or I've done this one, same thing, truck, but this time you've got a little pull-up, so it's an enclosed box. Now it is rather small, but you would get, I think they've been putting some of those, you get them from Costco's, some nuggets, chocolate nuggets in it, Hershey's I think, but you could find other things. This one is not not stamped, it's done by punching. So I've just used all the things in the punch set here. So I'll just bring it down. I've punched out the truck, punched out a window in blue, some wheels in black, and some wheel guards in red. So that's just how I've put together my truck. And again, it's open at the top, but you could make that closed in or however you'd like. But that's just an idea. Or you, instead of stamping your trucks for your cards, you could do these on your cards as well. So that's just an idea on those. But let's get started into making our card for Father's Day. So I'll pop these aside. We'll just pop that one there and we'll bring in the craft mat. The first thing I'm going to do is bring in, now I'll just make sure that's all lined up so you can see. Don't want you not being able to see. We're a bit crooked today, aren't we? We're going to do some cutting like we normally start. We've got our piece of cardstock as A4 size and I'm cutting it in half. So I'm just cutting it at 14.8. That's for the next card. And then I'm going to score this at 10.5. And that will give me my card front. Now I need to also grab myself a piece of paper. And I grabbed this out of, I didn't get the name of it, I'll get the name of it. It's called Masterfully Made Designer Series paper. It comes, I think I've shown you this paper before, it comes with some flowers, also some of these pieces that have been created by tearing different pieces of cardstock together and papers together, even embossing and printing on them. Or they've even made scenes like this one, which is, you know, a landscape scene with sky, mountains, and the foreground. So this is a set of papers that Stampin' Up have created, which are quite individual, quite different to anything we've had before. So we will play again more with these, but I've just grabbed out this piece in Lemon Lime Twist for our card today. Now I'm going to just cut this at 8 centimetres and I need it to be the length of the card, so 14.8. And that's all the cutting I need to do today, so we'll take the trimmer away. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my card and I'm going to run along it with the bone folder, which gives us a nice sharp fold and holds the card flat. Then I'm going to take my truck and Pool Party. Now that's the same colour, doesn't look quite the same, but it is the same colour ink as the cardstock. And I'm just going to stamp some trucks all over this card. So that's in the road. I'm just stamping one in the middle at the top here first. It's very pale, I will show you. I'll just do this first row to give you an idea of what I'm doing. It's just stamping the trucks. It's a bit hard to see, I know, but we're just stamping the trucks along the card just to give some interest in the background. So I'm going to keep going with that, and I'm just offsetting the trucks so that they're not all appearing directly under each other. Bit like you're in a traffic jam. Traffic jam of trucks would be awful. Oh, they've had a bingle there. They're touching each other. We'll put another one in the middle here. We don't really want any bingles on our trucking. I did that one straight under, didn't I? It won't really matter because we don't see a lot of these trucks, because the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to take our paper, and it's not going to go flat on, I'm going to tear it. Now if I tear it that way I get a white seam, which isn't too bad, but I also can see the red underneath. Now I don't want to see the red underneath, so now I'm going to start it again and tear away from myself. And I'm going to do the same on this side. And that way I've got a nice bit of cardstock here with, again, a ragged edge like the tears that are inside the card. And I'll just get rid of those pieces. And we're going to glue that on with the multi-purpose glue. Some people call this yucky glue. It is a bit yucky that you get it all over you, but so is any glue. I quite like this glue. It gives us our wiggle room when we put the piece of paper down, so we can get it just right. And once it's stuck there for good. You know it's not coming apart. So that's our card base. Oh, I did omit to do one thing for our card base. I want to decorate the inside of the card like I normally do. And I'm just going to do the same as I did on the front, except I'm just going to put half a truck there and a full truck down here. So again, we've just got half a truck and a full truck. Well, you can't, has that. There's that other one. So that's done our trucks. Well, on the card base and inside the card. Now I'm going to clean this big truck because we're going to stamp him again. This time I'm going to use Memento ink. Now I've got a piece of, I did have a piece of cardstock here. Doesn't matter, we'll just go to the scraps file, get the trimmer out of the road. This is my scraps of paper that I've got left over from things. So I'll just find a piece that I can put the truck on. I need 2 trucks actually, so I can use those 2. Oh, I still need some other bits. That'll do. That should be enough paper for what we're going to stamp and cut out today. So first of all, I'm going to stamp 1 truck here and 1 here. And we'll pop that aside. That's all the trucks we need. But I am going to stamp some things for the back of the truck. So I'll just check that. It's a bit inky in one spot there. So I'm going to put, as I said, the beach things in the truck. And I'm going to put some presents. And we'll do them on this one. Now, we're going to colour our truck. And we're going to have bright red, poppy red. Poppy Parade red truck. And let's check this. This was a bit dry, so I've just inked him up. Oh, he's very inky right now. That should be all right. Now, with your 2-step stamping, you need to get your head straight over the top and look down. Now, I'll try and do it so you're straight over the top too, but that means that my head might get in the road. And you're trying to match up your truck outlines. Oh, I did that better than I did in my practice run. So again, we try and match up the truck outlines. See if I can do it as good. Oh, quite happy with those 2. And the 2-step stamping continues because we're going to colour in. I'll do the presents first. We'll just get rid of Poppy Parade. I'm going to do the presents with some Daffodil Delight. So this stamp is made to fit inside and colour those presents. So let's see if I can, again, get yourself right over the top. And I'm just checking both sides and the bow. Is the bow correct? The first present's correct and the sloping present. And we've got it in there. And for this one, we need some old olive because it just colours the tree. And once again, lining it up. This one I found a little bit harder to line up. So let's see how we go today. Oh, not too bad at all. Sometimes you can do it right on camera. Now we've got all the two-step stamping done, but there's still a bit more colouring needed to finish these off. So I'm going to bring my pens in. I've got the blends here, but I've also got a marker, a Stampin' Right marker here. The reason I've got one of the Stampin' Right markers is that Coastal Cabana does not come in the blend, so I'm going to use a marker. And again, it's got a paintbrush end and a finer end. The new ones aren't as fine on the other end, which actually is quite good. And the new ones have a much nicer end, the other end, to use. There we go. We were having a bit of a discussion this week in one of my classes when we were doing the Father's Day cards, is how many presents, or do you give presents, or do you have a day out? Actually, I'm going to use this Coastal Cabana over here too. And lots of discussions came up on whether you give presents or you go for a day out or whatever. So this card's showing both presents and a day out. So Dad's going to be spoilt in this for this card. A little bit of the tree. So we've got the presents coloured in, and we've got the tree, the surfboard and the beach ball coloured in. Now I'm going to finish off the trucks. Actually, I'll use the other end for this pen, this blend. So a little bit of smoky slate on the bumper bars and the wheels. And I need to do a bumper bar and wheel on this truck too. And you'll see why shortly. I am not doing the front ones, just the back. And we need to colour the tyres also. Oh, also in here. There we go. So it doesn't take that long to colour it all in, because there's not, well, it's quite small in parts, but there's not that much to colour. So there's our trucks done, and our presents and our day of activities. So I'm going to use the punch now. I'm not needing anything else other than the truck. So we'll just line this up in here and cut our truck out. And again with this one. Trucks are cut out now. We need all those bits. I'm just going to take my snips, and the first thing I'm going to do is this truck, because I'm going to put a present on the top there. I don't want any white on top of my line. On the back of the truck, and here. And on this truck, I'm going to convert the truck to a trailer. So I'm going to cut the cabin off, or the door, cut just behind the door. We don't need that bit. And I'm just going to do the same. I'm going to cut along the top here so that my presents, there won't be a white line of things between my presents and the base of the truck. And I'm cutting down the side of this line to this line and cutting this part of the truck off. So we go down the side of the line and we're going to cut along there. So now I have a truck and a trailer. But I can't use a punch, so we don't need that piece, that can go. I haven't got a punch to punch these out, so I'm going to get them cut out smaller. And I have to fussy cut them. But I'm going to leave the white underneath because we're going to use that to adhere them to the base or to the truck. Now, fussy cutting, the important thing to remember is you turn the paper, not the scissors. So the scissors, you just slowly are closing and you turn the paper as you're closing them so that you're cutting where smoothly along the side of the picture. That's the trick to fussy cutting without all those little nicks and points. You do have to keep resetting because your scissors, of course, do close. Right. And I don't need that much, so I'm just going to cut. I'll cut that much. So I've got some white. So I'll be able to put some adhesive there. And again, I'm going to do the same with this one. So it's just reset your scissors, but don't close them till you're satisfied you're in the right spot, and keep going. So I've got a reset. I'm smooth where I was, and I just keep going. And actually this one I want to go right into there because it connects to the truck, and you'll see that in a minute. So there I've got my pieces, and I'm just going to use a little bit of tear and tape on them so that I can adhere them to the truck quite easily. Now these presents I'm going to put in the trailer. So I've got the tear and tape on the bottom there. I'm just taking this up to there so that you can't see any of the white, and it looks like a trailer full of presents. And I'll do the same again with the tree. And this time, because the tree curves around over the roof of the truck, I'm bringing it right up to the back of the truck. If I can hold it still enough. So it's right up. It's got to go a bit more to the back of the truck. there. So it looks like the tree's hanging over the truck a bit. Now we're going to place these onto the card with dimensionals. And a couple on this one. Thank God for fingernails, so you can get these backings off. Otherwise you usually take a pick. And we're going to place our truck on the card. We'll place him about here. Actually, I'm going to place him there so it sort of looks like he's bumping along this line here. And this little piece is going right under there, so it looks like he's got his trailer with him. So he's bumping along that line. And all we have to do left is put a greeting on. So today I'm using the Father's Day greeting isn't on here. There isn't a Father's Day greeting. So I've taken one out of the set called He's the Man, I think it's called. He's all that, he's the man. He's all that. I'll just grab it and show you. So I've taken this stamp out of He's All That. Another great set, and it does have dies, but I haven't used them today, just the stamp. And I'm going to stamp in Poppy Parade. And I've got a piece of cardstock here, and I've measured it. If I take it up here, it is actually exactly 2.5 centimetres. And the reason I've done that is I'm going to use this stamp, and I'm going to use this side to make a ticket, and the widest section is 2.5 centimetres. Now I've labelled this so I know exactly, it's called the Happy Labels stamp, and I've labelled each of these. There's 3 sizes, as you can see, with the lines. Let me get something to point. You can see these lines here, hopefully, if I get it in the right light. Yes. So these lines here, got to get, the shadow of the phone is shining because it's silver. So these lines here, now the outside line is on both sides, it makes it 2.5. The middle line is 1.9 centimetres and the inside line is 1.3 centimetres. So I've labelled that so I know exactly what I need when I'm about to use this punch, what sizes. So I've got my cardstock at 2.5 and I'm just going to stamp wishing you a happy Father's Day. Now I'm going to cut so that that piece has got, oh, it might be a little bit long. I might just cut a fraction off that end. And I want the same distance on this end. Now, can't be done. So this is my, that's how you undo them if you've never done this before. This is my stamp, my punch, and I'm going to slide this in along that groove, and I'm going to watch it come out the back, get it straight, and punch the end off. So we have that ticket shape at the end. And I'm going to do the same again on this end. Slide it in. Make sure it's straight. Punch the end off. And now we have wishing you a happy Father's Day on a ticket. And I'm just going to add some dimensionals to that. And get those backs off again. And place it up here. And that's my card for Father's Day. Wishing you a happy Father's Day. And in our household, my husband gets treated. He gets a day of what he likes to do. So usually that's going out to lunch somewhere nice, because it's not beach weather here in Victoria, but perhaps in some of the warmer parts of Australia it might be, so they might head off to the beach for the day. And he does get a present or two just to let him know how much he's loved and how much we appreciate all he does. So this would be a perfect card for him. And again, it's plenty of room to write on the inside, and there's your card. So that's just it's a quick card, it's an easy card, but something that's bright and happy to cheer up any dad on Father's Day. I'm going to now flip you back to me. Hopefully we don't get too dizzy again. So we'll go straight up. Right, hopefully you've enjoyed watching that, and it's given you some ideas on how to make a card for Father's Day and how quick and simple it can be. We don't have to do big long cards like I did last week. We can do quick and simple cards. But I want you to let you know that we are going to do something special today. This afternoon, I'm going to do an unboxing. Now, that means I have got all my goodies from the new catalogue, which is this one here. This is the new mini catalogue, which has all the Christmas supplies. I am going to be unboxing that this afternoon at 4 o'clock. So that means you'll get to see what's in the catalogue, because I'm not allowed to show you yet what's inside here, but I can show you the things I've purchased. So join me at 4 o'clock. You'll get to see what there is. It's only 10 days away that you'll be able to buy stuff out of this catalogue too. So this is a great chance to have a look and see what's coming and what's inside. Now, if you don't have a catalogue, if you don't have this catalogue and you want this catalogue, just give me a hoy. Give me a hoy, how Australians say. Give me a call, send me a text message, send me a message on Facebook, leave a note under this video, and I'll get a copy of the mini catalogue to you. Otherwise, have your mini catalogue ready and we'll go through it together and we'll find some exciting things inside it. Other than that, I've got everything's done for today. Hope you have a great weekend. It is another cold one, but I'm sure we'll get through this and the sun will be shining soon, I hope. Take care, and we'll look forward to seeing you next weekend when we start some fancy fold cards. All the best. Bye-bye.